Alright, well, we're back to work. I've been doing a little bit of welding on the motor mounts. ECU is en route. I got notifications today saying that it would be here Thursday. We will see. So here's where we're working at. We got, well, come around to this side and there. That is a factory motor mount for, I believe, a 180 LE, but I think it's the same as the that's the BHW facade mount. And so is this one. And I have, well, as you see, removed the majority of it to make room for the VNT 15 turbo, I believe is what's on there. I have another one here, another BHW mount, and the BHW manifold for upgrades later on. And so what we're working on is just getting this mount built out so that it's ready to go in the car.
Press the backs of our hands together. It's still wet, so the ink should transfer. Meet me at the side door. We'll sneak on through the main floor. All night, let's take a shot. Keep moving everyone.
Alright, so there we are. There we are. Fits nicely. Right in around that. I'll trim the rest of this off. I just want to leave it long just to make sure. And then I'll gum in here and reinforce. I mean, it's plenty strong, but just to make it look nicer, reinforce this area right in there. But downpipe did fit, might not anymore. There we go. Yeah, so we just have to do a little bit more clearancing right in there. No big deal. Grind that down, get it to fit in there. And yeah, and that'll be that. I got clutch in here out of a 180. Seems to fit everything the way it's supposed to. I looked into CV axles, so that's a challenge for another day for me. I have, well, there we go. Here, a Subaru rear diff with the right gear ratio. I have Subaru clutch pedal, Subaru manual transmission mount. Yeah, I got a handful of little odds and ends, bits and pieces. Should make it all work out pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna pull that mount back off and work on it a bit more. Alright, so today's the day. Where are we at here? That is getting ready to go on the Subaru. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I got some lights for the shop so we can see what's going on. I got a bunch of empty space. Just need to get this out. And then way up there, we're gonna get that brought in, get the Subaru motor pulled out, and then start fabbing up the car side mounts to get that in. That's the hope, is that I can get that in entirely this weekend. I have Subaru manual transmission mount that I can hopefully make work. We'll see. I don't know. But gotta go get welding gas and do a couple other things before we get started, and then we'll be on our way. Also, forgot to mention, I got engine mount put together. It's all hard to see in there, and then when I was fitting everything up, I didn't even realize, think about starter, and we have my finger width off of that stud. So definitely gonna hook this starter up without the battery connected. And then I got started on the downpipe. I'm just gonna zoom out here a little bit. And this bolt, I think I can make it work. I might need to use a wrench. That one I can get on. There's a little bit of a gap there I'll have to fill. That one's got plenty of space. So, and this is a 2.5 to 3 inch, or 3 inch to 2.5 inch reducer. That hole is not 2.5 inch. So I got, open it up a little bit and we'll see. Well, let's see. I have, yeah, that hole is about yay big. I think it's like 2 inch or 1.75 inches. I don't know. Don't really care. The turbo is smaller than that hole, so opening it up won't really do a lot. Opening the hole up won't do a lot as flow goes because it's 3 times the size of the way the turbo is. But I don't know. We'll see. I just wanted to get that on there so that I can get an idea. That's how I want the downpipe to go. And so we'll start there, and then we'll get the engine in, get the mounts figured out, kind of get an idea of what's going to be in the way. I don't think a lot. The thing is I don't know if I want to come down here and under the CV axle or over top. So we'll just see what we got going on when we get to that point. I don't know where the subframe's going to be. I also got to swap pans. I got a BHW pan there, and I already cut the end of it off. This section, cut it off. I might trim it a little bit more this way because that bolt hole's not going to do a whole lot. And I mean, there's a lot of bolts in it already, or there will be. So I'm not too terribly worried about these bottom bolts. And this is enough to clear the subframe and the engine. When I put the engine that's in the 4Runner, which is a BHW, into an Impreza, trimming the pan like this was enough to get it to fit under the hood of the Impreza and the hood closed. My concerns with the hood clearance is the oil cap here and the intake, which I can easily modify. Just cut that off, all right, cut it down to where it's flat with the valve cover, and then weld a piece of pipe on the front face here. But we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of little things to figure out because this is a front wheel drive car, so both inlet and outlet coolant lines face this way, and I need them to face that way. Heater core lines face that way, I need them to face this way. So just a lot of sorting everything out. I know it's all possible, it's just time consuming. I also got a timing belt for it. I got a bunch of stuff. And yeah, got my ECU, and shout out to Tunezilla. They have excellent turnaround time. Like my ECU got there Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure which way, and it was out for delivery Thursday from Canada to Washington. Like, I don't know how they do it, but it's awesome. I think it took like 2.5 weeks for my ECU to get there. But yeah, shout out to you guys. That's awesome. Greatly appreciated. But anyways, we will catch back up with you when we're getting the car in, or in the car's in and we're pulling the engine. I don't know I don't know. I'll let you know what we're doing. Okay. Got it in here. Got the hood off. I did a little bit while I was away. We're ready to get the engine out. Let's show you here. I also trimmed the transmission to make it fit. Got the new oil pan on. And now we're going to yank the engine out. Get ready for fitting the new one. So we will do that. All right.
We're never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down. Never coming down. High on life, got a good buzz going. I've got no way of knowing.
Okay, this is where we're at. How much we've gotten done. I got the radiator out. Got AC lines unhooked. Power steering's out of the way. Wiring's disconnected. I got heater core lines to remove. The starter wiring. And then jack it up, take the bottom side apart. And it'll be out. In like no time. But yeah. Okay. We got everything disconnected. Oop. CV axles are off, transmission mounts are out. So it should be ready to just slide on out. And then we'll get on to more important things like putting the DDI in. But yeah, hasn't been too bad. See how it goes. Okay, no engines. And also, I find this very funny and interesting. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Subarus, but if you pick them up from the dog bone mount, they will hang perfectly flat. And they come out super nice like that with the automatic, non-CVT. Manual transmission, they don't come out that nice. Then they tip forward. But okay, now that I drug the jack all the way out there, I gotta drag it all the way back, pick the car up, take it off the block so I can push it out and pressure wash it. Okay, so just so everyone is aware, see how clean the subframe is over here and not clean it is over here? This is all brought to you by the cheapest pressure washer, Harbor Freight Sales. And the cheapest cleaner that you can get that's like the greatest ever. I love this stuff. It cleans brake dust off wheels like no one's business. Yeah. From the dollar store. I think it's like $1.25 a bottle. Yeah, $1.25, $1.50 a bottle. Works great. Spray it on there, let it sit for a bit. I literally let this sit for like 30 seconds and started pressure washing. And it just cuts through it. I can't promise it's good for paint, so I would recommend not using it on paint. But aluminum wheels, it works great. It'll take the brake dust right off of them, clean them up nice. Barely any scrubbing needed. And obviously this grease, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up, probably spray it down with the stuff simple awesome again, and then pressure wash it all off and continue on. All right, final results. Pretty dang good if you ask me. This subframe was gross. All that back in there came out nice. That black in the corner there is undercoating, I believe, because it doesn't come off. But yeah, now we're gonna pull out all the non-essential stuff. So gas fuel filter, cruise control, and then the odds and ends, bits and pieces, transmission lines that I don't need, this aftermarket horn that doesn't work. Just get it tidied up and then make some decisions if I want to cut that dog bone mount off or leave it. And then see about putting the engine in. That's probably good. Okay, buddy showed up and I got distracted and I got a few things pulled out. The cruise control and these over here and the transmission lines. And now we're seeking satisfaction, so we're gonna stuff it in there. So we can see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say on the subject?
Bouncy, bouncy boy.
All right, here we go.
I'm never, ever, never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down. Never
Okay, guys, there it is in all its glory. It fits surprisingly well. I need to get the mounts situated and sorted, and then probably can't see very good because there's the spaghetti of hoses. The CV axles are like an inch or two further back. I might be able to come forward. I got room to come forward a bit. I have to do some minor modifications, but see if I can do this one-handed.
Oh, I'm coming.
I got it. I got it. Look at this. Closes all the way and just barely touches. Hits right there in that region somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, look at that. TDIs do fit in Subarus. All right, well, that's probably going to be it for this one. I'm tired, and I got to get all this edited and put up, but I did get it in there. In the next one, we will get the engine mounts built for it, get the trans mount put in. Right now it's held up on a floor jack, and continue on. I'm blown away that it fit that nicely, and I didn't take any pictures or show any, but I had to cut a decent amount off the oil. So if you want to do this, the BHW oil pan, you got to cut all the way to where it's flat, basically. I don't know if I can get in here and show you. Yeah, not really. But I'll have to clean this section up here because the engine's hitting that, or the pan's hitting that, and then do some looking. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. And it actually looks like this engine mount, with where it's at, if I can make it work. It's a little low is the problem, I think. But with where it's at, I could almost just poke some holes in the subframe and bolt it in, which would be sick. But back to what I was showing you guys. BHW oil pan, you can pick one up for like $100 on Rock Auto, and then you have to cut all that off. And that piece I showed you, and then there's another piece that I don't have anymore. But it fits. And then the O1E is tight on the tunnel. I think I'll have to do a little hammer massaging for the shifter linkage to clear and work. But yeah, all in all, TDIs do fit in Subarus fairly easily. Don't forget, like, subscribe if you want to keep watching this, because yeah, we're gonna get her finished up, and this is gonna be my daily driver. So thanks for watching.